It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right, what's happening? What's happening, everybody? Happy Monday to you. Today is Monday, January 27th, 2020. Man, it's a big week for us over here. We've got the National Pavement Expo going on this week down in Nashville, so I'll be headed out to check that out today, and I'll be down there until Saturday. As you guys probably saw yesterday, I just got home. I got this weird light going on this morning. I don't know why. Nothing's different in my office, but everything seems to be different on the screen. So hopefully you guys can't see that, but I don't know. But at any rate, big week. We'll be in Nashville all week. I just got home yesterday, so not looking forward to leaving my family again, but such is life. These are the sacrifices that we have to make it happen. And I'm excited to see everybody. We got our whole entire team from the Pavement Group, all our partners, all our employees coming down there. Good morning, Dean. What's happening, brother? I'll see you in Nashville, man. Looking forward to seeing you, brother. It's just great to see everybody. This is a week where you get to reconnect with every single person in the industry. There's a lot of people that make it there. I would say the majority of people make it to the National Pavement Expo. And so it's exciting for our industry. We work with a lot of contractors throughout the years, and just to be able to connect with those people in person. We do work all over the country, so to be able to see those people in person, shake their hands, look them in the eye, and thank them, it's a great opportunity, and I look forward to it. So tomorrow, for those of you who will be in Nashville, tomorrow from noon to 5 is the Leadership Boot Camp. I will be kicking that off tomorrow at noon, from noon to 1. Just went through and powered up my presentation a little bit more last night with some new juice. So it is, I'm looking forward to delivering that one. I am all about culture, and I'm all about teaching people how to improve it, not just in their business, but also in their life. How to create that kind of environment that's just electric and positive and really attracts people. And it's interesting. I was, up in Milwaukee this weekend, and when you listen to other speakers, you listen to other people talk, sometimes the light bulbs go off on exactly, what you're doing. And in a lot of ways, what you're doing right. Sometimes, this is a long journey to kind of get to this point where I'm at right now with social media and being able to sit in front of you guys here every single morning and be comfortable doing it. It hasn't always been like that. A few years ago, I was scared to death to do something like this. And so when you see, yourself in the presentations of others, and you kind of see where you're at in that process, it's kind of a cool thing. And I want to be able to help other people be able to do that same thing and build a brand that really, broadcasts who they are, so that they can attract the right people into their businesses and ultimately into their life as well. So I look forward to that. If you guys are going to the expo, and you're not signed up for the Leadership Boot Camp yet, and there's a way for you to be there tomorrow, would love to see you. And I believe on my page there's still a $100 off coupon there, so would love to see you guys there, and would love to share some knowledge with you. So but look forward to seeing all of you guys in Nashville. And so we're going to talk this morning about worry. Trisha says, she says, another message meant just for me. And this is funny, because this actually topic came from a conversation that I had with Trisha, that then over the weekend while I was up in Milwaukee, I was sharing the high-level conversation that we had with some people, and the response to that conversation was really interesting, which it led me to believe that a lot of people have this same problem about worry, right? They're constantly worried about all kinds of stuff. And the reality is, the conversation that Trisha and I had was about, how often these things actually come true. When you think about worry, and you think about how often sometimes you find yourself worrying, and then how often those things actually come true, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to worry. And I think that you would all agree, when you actually break it down, the number of people that that spend time worrying versus the percentage of the time that those things actually come to reality, it's not even close to being in alignment, right? And so I want to talk to you guys about what worry will do for you this morning. What's happening, Alex, Glenn, Trisha, Lydia, Patricia, my girl is always on here. Dean on here all the time as well. I thank you guys for your support, for your love, for your constant just lifting me up, man. It's an awesome feeling to be able to sit here every morning and share this with you guys. So I appreciate you guys being here. So what will worry do for you? Couple of things that I wrote down. Real simple, and this is going to be a short one. Short but sweet, but impactful, hopefully. There's 3 things that I believe that worry will do for you, and they are related to the past, the present, and the future. So what worry will do for you is it will constantly degrade your past. It will degrade everything that you have done in your life because you will overanalyze every single decision, every single thing that you've done, every person that you've talked to, whether or not you should have had this conversation or not with this person. You will constantly be evaluating and eroding or degrading your past actions if you constantly worry, if you're constantly living in that state of concern or worry. So it will degrade your past. The second thing is it will steal your present. It will steal your present. It will steal your present. If you're not aware of what's going on around you because of worry, if you're not living in the moment and being happy and fulfilled, stealing your present happens from a lot of things, but worry is a major piece of that. If you are constantly worried about what's going on, you will never be able to live in the present and really live a fulfilled life. So worry will degrade your past and it will steal your present. And the third and final piece is that it will reduce your future. It will reduce your future. It will take everything that you are potentially going to do in your life and it will reduce it down to something less than what you are capable of or that you are truly put here to do. Because worry will never, ever, ever serve you. It will never serve you, guys. And so when you talk about worry, I want you to ask yourself this question. And this is a question I thought about on the plane to Milwaukee this weekend. And I wrote it down in my notes. And it's funny how these things piece together and end up in these topics, and it was a completely unrelated thought, but it really benefits this conversation. I want you guys to ask yourself this question, and you could ask yourself in a variety of places in your life this same question, but let's talk about worry for a second. Are you benefiting from the situation, or is the situation benefiting from you? So what I will tell you about worry is this. I know for a fact that worry comes from the opposition. When I say the opposition, you can call that the devil. You could call that the people out there that want you to fail. You can call whatever it is. It's something that opposes you. That's where worry comes from. It comes from the opposition. And worry, that opposition, will always benefit from you worrying, and you will never benefit from it. You will never benefit from worrying. I promise you. It will never, ever serve you to worry. I ask you this question. Out of 100 times that you have worried about something in your life, how many times has that come true? I would guess probably 1% or less. Out of the number of times that you worry versus the number of times that it actually comes true. And so I would tell you this. I would rather be hit across the face with a 2x4 1 out of 100 times, unsuspecting, than to live my life miserable and worried 99% of the time. So I want you guys to think about that when you start to feel that anxiety of a decision, when you start to worry about what people think, when you start to think about everything that quote unquote could happen. I want you to think about where that comes from. That is something in your life trying to get you, and it will never serve you to worry. It will degrade your past, it will steal your present, and it will absolutely reduce your future. So don't worry, guys. And get friends that help you and keep you from worrying and knock you back on track when you start to worry. Because we all have it in us. We are trained. We are trained to worry from a very small age. We're constantly told, don't do this. Be careful with that. If you do that, you're going to get hurt. So we create worry. We create worry in our own lives. It becomes part of our blueprint. So if you have that created in your life, it's a choice, guys. Every single day. Every time that emotion hits you, you can change it like that. You can change it with a phone call to a friend. You can change it by getting the right people around you. You can change it by seeing what could be instead of on the positive side, instead of what could be on the negative side. How do I make it work instead of how do I constantly evaluate the risk and focus on nothing but the risk? If you are looking at nothing but risk in your life, you will never do anything great. There's risk to everything, guys. Everything that you want to do that will get you to a place that you need to be, it will have something in there that has a risk. Do you need to focus on that risk, or do you need to focus on all the ways that it would work? All of the tactical approaches that you can take to reduce the possibility of that thing that you would be worried about, you can manage around it. We do it every day. We do it subconsciously every single day. When you drive a car, you could be in an accident, but you do it anyway. Every single day. You wake up and do things that people are unsure of. When you were a baby and you didn't know how to walk and you took your first steps, you could fall. But you did it anyway. Because the benefit always outweighs the concern. So teach yourself, guys. Learn how to walk. Learn how to recognize the fact that you worry and put it in its place. But it will never serve you. Doesn't mean you don't evaluate risk. It means that you build a plan to reduce the risk. You see it in your peripheral vision. You don't focus on it in front of you. You always pay attention, but you never focus on it straight ahead. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I appreciate what's happening. Alex, Hunter, Bob, good morning, man. Man, great to see that guy. Got to meet Bob in person up in Milwaukee. Just an incredible event up there, by the way, guys. There's another one that's going to be announced here soon. I already booked my flight, hotel room to speak at it. It'll be in March. I don't want to steal Jordan's thunder, but it'll be in a major city, and it'll be on the East Coast. And you guys want to be there. Cheat Codes for Business is going to go on tour to a bunch of different cities. And the next one will be coming up here in March. And I'm telling you, man, the people that were in that room, there's some powerful exchanges of ideas, just powerful connections made. And I said to everybody, it is not about just constantly going to these events. But if you don't get to those events, you don't get in those rooms, you can't make the connections. Whether it's Gold Digger Retreat, whether it's the National Pavement Expo, whether it's Cheat Codes for Business, whatever it is, if you don't get around these people, you cannot feel that energy. You cannot exchange ideas. You cannot make the connections that it takes for you to get to where you want to go. Those people will all help you do life and business way better. So anytime you can, guys, invest into yourself and get to those kinds of things. It's changed my life. I don't tell you that because I hold those kinds of events and I want to make money from it. I tell you that because I see the change in people's lives, and it's addicting to see that. It's addicting to see the results of what happens to people, how much more fulfilled they live their life, how much happier their families are, how much better the future of their children's lives will be as a result of getting in the room with the right people, the people that want to be better, The people that are on this stream are people you want to be around because they want to be better, no matter where they're at in their journey. So again, guys, worry will do nothing for you. It'll never serve you. It'll do nothing but degrade your past, steal your present, and reduce your future. I hope it was helpful, guys. I'm going to try to get on here every single day this week. I can't tell you exactly what time it's going to be. Tomorrow I should be good to do this at 7:30, but I'll be in Nashville. I've got a presentation tomorrow, just crazy stuff going on, and I got to try to squeeze in as many meetings as I can. So some of those meetings might be, early in the morning, breakfast time, stuff like that, and I might have to travel to different places to be able to do that. So, but I promise you, somebody said they can't wait to see the live streams. There will be plenty. I promise you that. We've got a live podcast for Top Contractor School, the podcast coming up on Wednesday with the guys from American Pavement out of Connecticut. You want to see that, man. These guys are making moves up there. They've got a clothing brand started called Raised on Blacktop. These guys it's a generational family business, and these guys, I shouldn't call them kids. They're 20-something years old. They're young, professional, killing the game guys from up there. So look forward to having those boys on our podcast, and you guys should tune in for that. We will probably do that Facebook Live. We're going to try to pull that off Wednesday afternoon or early evening sometime. So stay tuned, guys. Much to come this week. It'll be an action-packed week from Nashville. I'm out of here today. I think my flight's around 5 o'clock. So look forward to seeing you guys all week. Thank you again for the support. I hope this was helpful for you this morning. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Get around the right people. Get the right people in your life. Don't worry. Pay attention to it. Never let it take you over. It will never serve you. Appreciate you guys. I will see you at some point tomorrow. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.